taxi. I love it. Okay, we are going to try to pull this up here. I don't know if we'll be able to get this going. God, I don't know if we'll be able to get this going or not. I want to, because this would be fun. Oh my God, I think there he is.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Ross Long. Mr. Colorado Springs himself.
I know who that is. No.
Hello.
Didn't we do a TV show together?
There he is. In all of his glory, Ross Long. And he's just madder than hell. He's just angry. You know, what was funny is earlier when I was transitioning from one of the breaks, Jeffrey, I caught him making a comment to Jay about, you're bad, you're very bad. And I'm like, uh-oh, that reminds me of Ross Long. So, you're bad, you're very bad. So, I figured I would...
So what? Can you hear me here?
I've got you.
Good.
Look at that. We have a fellow... There he is. We have a fellow, I guess, a fellow member of the Access fraternity in the studio today. We have Jeffrey, who used to make television shows. What was it, in Oklahoma?
Cable Access TV, yes.
Cable Access in
Norman TV, yeah.
Norman, Oklahoma, of all places.
What are you doing in Hutchinson?
We have a fellow...
Uh-oh. We're getting feedback from Ross's end or something?
Just a second. I'm all right. Don't worry.
He's catching up. Maybe he's catching up.
He's picking his nose.
I don't know. Oh my God.
You don't like it?
And one of the things that Jeffrey said earlier is that you don't need access stations anymore because now people can get on YouTube.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal. Oh, I understand. And when we go to that, we should jump right into why doesn't Access, they're not very good for the handicapped disabled. The number one disability in the U.S. is hearing impairment. And, Access doesn't do closed captioning.
What do you make of that, with access stations not doing closed captioning there,
well, they should.
Jeffrey?
They need to be like,
Well, I know.
accessible.
They need to be handicapped accessible, but Jeffrey, what do you make of this? Access stations not being handicapped accessible.
What do you mean, you mean cable access TV shows?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have the funding.
They're not closed captioning.
They don't have the funding, Ross.
Well, then they need to close down. If they can't, if they cannot accommodate the handicapped, they need to be closed down. I mean,
I don't know about closed down, but maybe it's putting pressure on since they're kind of government funded or state funded.
Here's a very simple solution to their problem. All their local automatic closed captioning. It's not perfect, but it would accommodate.
Ross is angry today.
Set to actually use technology, so that's their thing.
That's their thing. Well, we have with us a gentleman who wow, look at that setup. He's got a heck of a setup there in the new house. Jeffrey made what was it? How many years were you on the air? With
7 years.
7 years with a program called the G Spot. Of course. Now, of course, Ross, the G Spot was not what you and I instantly think of as the G Spot. It was about where Jeffrey and his friends, and that was the spot, and they did cooking segments and bands and all these things.
And my Jeff is spelled with a G.
And the Jeff is spelled with a G, so it's like a G Spot. It's Jeffrey's
it
Spot.
sounds like good public affairs programming, like Access should do.
God bless you.
God bless you, Ross. God bless you. So we have got an interesting segment here. We have Jaybird Wells in studio. We have Jeffrey in studio, as I like to refer to him as the king of filmmaking. And then we have Ross the Boss, the rebel-rousing ringleader from the great state of Colorado. He's got his brand new house. He's apparently the room that he is in is one is white wall and the other is a brown wall. I'm not sure about the paint scheme, but I'll judge that when I go out there in November. So
I'm still waiting for you to say what I am, because you said he's the king of filmmaking.
you're just Jaybird Wells.
All hurt.
Princess Gangsta.
She's just Jaybird Wells, Princess Gangsta.
It's not good enough for her.
That's not good enough for her. She needs a gimmick. She needs a pro wrestling gimmick.
Yes.
Clearly.
Everyone's got a gimmick. See, Ross's gimmick back in the day, especially when we were hanging out doing video things, was I was effing Jiggy and he was effing Ross. So,
And you're effing together.
yes. We almost
That's what others call us.
That's what others call us.
Others.
We almost got arrested at an Eddie Money concert. You know, things like this.
That was because they knew you, though.
Oh, see, I'm not the only one that gets banned from places.
Yes. Well, Jay, you've been. What places have you been banned from recently?
There's a certain Comic-Con,
There's a Comic-Con she got banned from.
but not officially.
Not officially. And then, Ross, have you been banned from anywhere lately?
Boy, I really can't. No, not really. I haven't been banned from any place since I left Kansas. I mean,
Well, I'll have to admit that Comic-Con thing was not Jiggy's fault.
And then, Jeffrey, you haven't been banned. You've got a stellar reputation.
Actually, I've got three restraining orders against me.
Oh, my God, really?
I'm going to talk. She needs to talk to
Fine.
Mike.
I'm sorry, sir. I was laying down on the couch.
No. I think he was yelling at Jay.
What?
I think he was yelling at Jay. Is there another mic somewhere, Jay, you can grab? Because I don't
Oh.
know if Ross can hear you.
I thought he was telling me to speak
No,
up.
no. You're fine.
Am I?
I think he's
Mine?
he's not happy with Jay, but I don't think Ross is happy with Jay anytime.
Wow.
No. Ross doesn't like me.
No, I got three restraining orders. I'm proud.
Well, so Ross, our in studio guest Jeffrey has 3 restraining orders against him.
One of them's from me.
No,
Having to do with pervs? or
no,
what?
no. Actually,
Do it for her.
no. Actually, you would be well. Yes and no.
Okay.
No, because actually, they're actually not from anybody individually. They're all from businesses.
They're all from businesses,
Yeah,
Ross.
I,
Look at this.
one of them
This
is
guy's an all-star in our league, baby.
Ross. This is. I tell you, I don't know if you know this, Ross, but there's a term called "making it rain" when you go to strip clubs. And I learned that when I would go into strip clubs and I would make it sleet, strip clubs do not like you throwing meth bags on stage. So I got restraining orders there.
He's got restraining orders from strip clubs, Ross.
He didn't hit
Look
That
at that.
almost doesn't count.
Well, it's a joke, and it's my part of my stand-up.
Jay,
Teach it all soon.
you sold it to her, baby.
She did. The other one is Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. He's been banned from Hobby Lobby, Ross.
I would go in there and I would take those letters and those little letter sections and I would spell inappropriate things.
He would spell inappropriate things on the letters, Ross. That's why he's been banned from Hobby
See
Lobby.
that.
I didn't get the reason. Why?
He would go into Hobby Lobby and he would find the letters where you could spell messages, and he would spell inappropriate things, and so he's been banned from Hobby Lobby.
In the store, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah, I can still go online.
He can
Well,
still shop
I bet-
online. He just can't go into the store.
I should
That's
put
something
that-
an 8-year-old would do. So yeah, I'd ban him too.
I should go
But would an 8-year-old know how to spell a rim job?
Go out and flatten the tires, all 4 of them on his car, and just to teach him a lesson for being such a juvenile.
Wow.
Hey, not every time will I take your pukes, side here.
Look at this.
Oh, the testosterone in the room.
Now, hang loose. So Ross, what do you make of these guys that are planning on storming Area 51 on social media?
Oh, haven't heard a bit about that. Give me a quick rundown. What's going on?
Apparently there was a Facebook event. Am I right about this?
September 20th, 3 a.m.
September 20th. From sunup. There's these people, 1,000 people apparently at this point that have committed to being there, and they're going to storm Area 51 because, quote unquote, they want to see them aliens.
You know what? I think this is just another, like, deep, dark Civil War.
So,
yeah.
There. Our good friend Harry used to say.
Okay, I believe everybody who's tried to rush a federal installation since Vietnam days has been shot. So I guess if you do that, go right ahead.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. Well, according to the internet, over 500,000 people have joined a Facebook event pledging to storm Area 51 on September 20th in a quest to see them aliens. They called the event Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all.
They'll die of exposure 2 days before they get to the outer limits of Area 51.
Kind of exposure.
You know.
Jeffrey, are you gonna go run naked?
Jeffrey, are you gonna go storm Area 51?
Actually, I did post on Facebook today that I was going to be there, but I needed a ride from them to get there.
Well, you know, Ross, our buddy Michael Nagy says there's a bunch of people flying out from New Jersey to go to this event. He might just tag along with.
It's like a Burning Man sort of thing.
I think it's a marketing ploy for that area.
No, it might be a marketing ploy.
You know, we got to get
Jeffrey's right.
Restaurants, hotels.
It's a marketing ploy. Gas, hotels, the whole 9 yards, Rossi. Oh, what is that? Colorado's Cannabis Exchange? Premium quality? Look at that.
What?
Where are you? Where are you shopping these days, sir?
It's legal here.
Well, I know. You know what's funny is that when we went to Vegas, Lydia went with us to Vegas, my mother, and she was astonished that you could basically call the deliver you your pot.
Yeah, they have delivery now. I think some places it depends on the but if you have a medical, license for marijuana, to you. But we don't quite have it that way like they have it in Vegas. But yeah, it should be. You should be able to call up a dispensary and say, give me a quarter ounce of banana kush there. I need it in the next half hour. And they bring it to your door. Why not?
Well, evidently there's still a huge tax on it.
Oh yeah,
And the black market has not gone down.
What about the taxes on the?
Our taxes here, and it depends on like the local options and all, but generally the taxes here are somewhere between about 25 and 30%.
Yeah.
So that's huge. However, you have to remember, many years ago when recreational started in 2014, the price for a pound of wholesale marijuana was about $2,000. Today it's under $400. So yes, but still, even at that, at about $100 an ounce, there's all sorts of profit for the people in the business, including that huge tax that they pay on it. Basically, the price per pound is somewheres around 40 to 50 for them to produce it. So,
Jesus.
It's a very lucrative business. Competition is fierce on it, though. That's definitely come about. So, making, $10,000 on a $2,000 pound is over. But yes, it is now surpassed alcohol in taxation for its yearly revenues to the state. So, it's just, hey, that's the way it goes. Either that money can go to the state or the federal government if they would choose to do that, or it goes to cartels. In Kansas, you still have a very good marijuana business, but the money goes to the cartels. I'm sorry, but that's how it goes.
We have got a interesting show. This whole show has been just very entertaining all the way around. We had Hemlock at the Rusty Needle last night here in Hutchinson. And I happened to bump into Dustin Nosker and that really hot chick that he's married to. And they're going to move...
What is that guy's... How do we know him, Dustin Nosker?
He was the guy who helped promote the Hemlock show at the Rusty at Johnny's. Remember where he did the show out there with the breakpoint method, and Johnny decided at midnight he was just shutting the power off and cut the power off to everybody.
Back when Johnny was an asshole.
Yes. Texas Hippie Coalition, all that stuff.
Oh, God.
Oh, the Texas Hippie Coalition.
THC, that's what that stands for.
Ross is all about his pod today. Good Lord. As we wrap up here with you, what do you have coming up? Are you interviewing any dominatrixes or any pot-related artists at any of the hippie clubs or anything going on out there?
Nothing really that kind of weirdness. Just perv magnets at leather clubs, mostly photography. But I'm working on a project with this guy. It's kind of strange. He wants to, you might want to look it up, Qigong. Starts with a Q. Qigong.
Qigong. Qigong.
Actually, his is a Jian Qigong. Jian, I think it's spelled. Qigong.
Qigong is this Chinese massage?
It's not a massage. This is more like it's kind of a predecessor to Tai Chi. It's kind of an exercise, but more of energy. The Chi, as they talk about. It's very hippie. You have to be cosmically conscious, and
Okay, well, I wouldn't fit in there.
You just have a little bit, corn syrup in your diet to really be able to comprehend that.
The only thing I know about the hippies is we're going to run them off the property. That's all I know.
Yeah, I got to run the hippies off the property. Damn it!
That's right. Nothing gets rid of. Well, I shouldn't say that because that's. I was gonna make a comment about the deal about nothing gets rid of the F's out of the park like disc golf.
Nothing. How should we say it? Nothing keeps the
alternative lifestyle.
Bold alternative lifestyles out of the park than sporting activity like
Okay.
golf.
It just ruins the whole joke when you clean it up for the folks at home, as Bill O'Reilly would say. Well, Ross, I will be in touch, my friend, and thank you for doing a pop-in here.
No problem. No problem. I'll have the greatest of days, and anytime on a Sunday when I'm available and it's hot and I'm sweating like today, we'll get her done.
Okay. See you, Rossi. Later.
Take good care. Bye-bye.
There goes Ross Long and Jay Birdwells. As we wrap up here, give me your thoughts on today's show. We've had Skype children's authors. We've had Ross talking about pot and running alternative lifestyles out of the park with legitimate sports. We've had all sorts of things happen today.
All I can say is
And Jeffrey, who's a peach, by the way. He's fantastic.
it's good to be back.
He's the king of filmmaking.
I can always expect an adventure.
It's always good to meet somebody new.
Actually, I think I've met you before.
I think I've tipped you before. At a restaurant. Sorry.
Yeah, I know that.
I still to this day swear to God that the last manager of the Genesis Health Club here in town was a Carlos O'Kelly's waiter at one point. I know he was. I remember not tipping him. But
Which is why he spits in your Genesis.
well, Brittany always says that's why I get horrible customer service.
Yes.
Because I don't tip people at restaurants.
Yeah.
So she's got her headphones on, she can't hear me.
She has no comment.
They look at you and think, oh, he's not gonna.
Does she have a mic?
I know, she doesn't have a mic.
She,
You've got to come near a mic.
what she said
Brittany,
was
come
that
on.
they look at you and they know you're not going to tip, so they give
How
you
do
that
they not
service.
know when I'm dressed as fancy as I am? Come here, get on the stick here. There's microphones all over the place. There's microphones all over the place.
Look at you, Jeffrey, leaving your mess all over the place.
know.
It's the way you present yourself.
I'm white trash.
But when you're with me, you
I'm
usually
white
get
trash.
when you're with me, you usually get decent customer service because they look at me and they think, oh,
She's got money.
she's gonna tip us decent because she knows we don't get paid very well and we work hard for
Yeah, so
to
was
feed
it
our family.
$2.50 an hour or something?
I
$3.50.
look at you and I think money.
$2.13.
I look at you and I think money.
Oh, I do have a decent job.
Hey. She got all the I gotta have a decent- I just think you have this financial aura.
Yeah, financial aura.
I don't really have a financial aura that I know of.
Yeah, you do.
I live in a modest house.
So what aura do I have?
Oh, honey, I can't say that on radio.
He's sitting over here playing with his nipples.
Somebody has to.
They're not going to play with themselves.
Amen. So you're saying when you're with him that he tips better, or
No.
they? Oh.
Did I tip better?
Oh.
Because I don't. You know what? I think they think about that at all men. I think waiters look at men and then they assume they're not going to be good tips.
Unless they're gay.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So it's not a jiggy thing. It's just how women look at
it's
men.
a jiggy.
Well, James, I want to thank you for having me on. I really appreciate your quality time having me on your crazy show, and
Yes.
this
and
means a lot to me. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, we're gonna have to do this.
Always
We're
tip your
gonna-
wait staff.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this again. If you're up for it.
I
We're
want my
gonna do
$10
this
next
again.
time.
Like Kevin Sig.
Yeah, I'm cool. It's all good. I always like meeting new people. It's always great.
Would you stop looking?
I have met new friends today. Thank you, James. Thank you. And thank you.
This has been fun.
Just to say the record straight, he did add me on Facebook.
Well, good.
And I have blocked her since then, too.
Ah, yes.
I think he blocked my third account.
He blocked the third account. My God, how do you know?
Because I remember him now.
Oh.
I remember him in studio now.
What?
I don't think he's ever been in studio.
No, Jeffrey's never been
He's
here.
never been here?
Never been here.
You would have remembered me.
Yeah, I'm going to remember you from now on.
Honestly, I met Jeffrey
You're gonna be a
2
story like
weeks
Jethro.
ago.
And I thought he was a Fed when I first met him. I thought he was like, I want to come interview you and your,
That
and your
is
kids.
fantastic.
And I was like, man, I got to be really protective. I got to be
Fed.
protective. And I was like, man. And then I saw his little thing. And I said, he's a freak like me.
You have no idea.
He's going to the porn conventions. I mean, I'm not even doing that. You know?
Well, you might have to jump on the plane with us and go to
Next
Jersey.
time he comes here, we need to talk about the mankini.
Oh,
I have
To
one of
cut
those.
that thing up in little pieces.
I have one of those actually. My friend gave me one. I have never worn it.
Oh, I've worn mine at a weigh-in.
I want to say you have bigger balls than me, but I don't want to look at your balls.
I wore it.
I want to cut it up in little pieces because it's horrible.
I wore cat ears a tail.
And he
a
stole my
mankini,
underwear and
I
wore it
stole
under
her
the
panties
mankini.
Under the mankini at a weigh-in for a legitimate sporting contest here in Hutchinson, Kansas.
And you keep harassing me.
I yelled and screamed at him.
You keep telling
I usually pay for that.
Awesome.
Delayed reactions.
It's
Oh my
great.
God.
Yes. Yes. If
Him stealing my panties and wearing them underneath the mankini, that
But for the record, that
really
was
set
James,
off
not
my
me.
I'm a weird flag.
I said she probably gave it to you really good that night, and that's when she said the screaming stuff.
the screaming stuff. I love it. Well,
Alrighty then.
I wasn't very nice
Good
to
afternoon,
him.
good evening, and good morning.
okay. Well,
It's
that
all
about
good, obviously.
that about wraps it up here. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to all the people on Skype. Everybody who was supposed to be here. Kevin Sig, who provided us endless material on the $10, and Lord Mushroom himself. I don't know who Lord Mushroom is. I don't know who Lord Mushroom is. But he might have the porn stamp collection. I don't know. But that is that. And we will see you next week here on the Sunday radio broadcast. If you've missed it, find it on the mix on Tuesdays. We'll see you next time.